You are now watching Power Talk on the DML Network.
What's up, y'all? Got your boy I Am Me Ness here with my man Houdini.
What's up? What's up? What up, everybody?
And again, we coming back with another Power Talk for y'all. The last one we did was a little different. We went Power List Talk. Prior to that, we normally do Power Talk. Just a little background. When we do Power Talk, that's the top 10 users in the Dynasty up until week 8 of that particular season. Power List Talk worked the same way. So we went backwards when we talked about the top 10 weakest users in the Dynasty. So, to stir the pot a little bit, we wanted to switch things up this time again to keep everyone on their toes. So now we're going to do 2 lists of 5 users totaling the normal Power Talk 10. So we got one list will be the top 5 overrated Dynasty users currently, seasons 2017 to 2022. We're currently in season 2023, so we're not going to include that one because we're only a few weeks into that season. And then the list that everyone's waiting on is the top 5 choke artists of the Dynasty. So get ready, buckle up, here we go.
Sit back and enjoy.
We're going to start with the top 5 overrated users. Coming in at number 5, we got the New Orleans Saints and Matty Ice. Why does Matty Ice fall at number 5 on this list for you, Houdini?
Man, Matty Ice a bug. But in all seriousness, really on his offensive side of the game, if you stop his inside post route with Hagman, and you pretty much got him beat or the deep ball with Hagman, because other than if you shut down Hagman, you pretty much got him beat because he's not going to try anything new and test the waters with anything else. So if you pretty much stop that, he gonna get whooped. Also, his playoff record, losing the hot tub 3 straight times, that's horrible, man. 3 straight times against hot tub, come on, you gotta do better than that. And then being in our division he in is it's a playoff run each year. So that's why we got him number 5 on the list to me.
All right, I understand that. Looking at the statistics, I see that the last 3 NFC Championship games had Matty Ice in them, being defeated by Hot Tub, as you mentioned. But if we go back to the 2019 season in the divisional round, he also lost to Hot Tub 45-27. So that totals 4 straight playoff exits that he has.
Damn, 4?
4. He gets respect around the league. It being a good user, but it looks like the blueprint is out on what he likes to do.
Yeah.
We'll switch it up. But as you said, the division is what it is. So I guess he may not have to switch it up if every year is a guaranteed playoff run for him.
But how many times you gonna be okay with losing the hot tub in the playoffs? Like, it's just the same old song each time with Matty.
I hear that, man. All right, moving on. Coming in at number 4, we got Chris Murray, the OG, my fellow Philly boy, and those Pittsburgh Steelers.
Go Patriots.
So Chris Murray at number 4. This particular one, why do we got him at number 4?
Yeah, Chris Murray, the jury's still out on if he tanks or not with those seasons he had. But Chris Murray being on this list, he's really inconsistent. One year he'll go like 12-4, the next he'll go 2-14, and then with his game, he not gonna try anything new to beat you. He got the deep ball and the D line. If you're able to keep that D line in check and stop the D ball, you got a W against Chris Murray. It's guaranteed. He's not the best with the passing at the quarterback. He got a new quarterback this year in Romanowski, and he's looking pretty decent, but he's not gonna keep no DBs up and figure out how to beat them.
Yeah, I understand that, man. I've been playing with Chris Murray since Madden 16, and I can tell you that he is one of the toughest users for me to defend when I was on the sticks, primarily because you knew he was going deep. You knew who he was going deep with, but you still found a way to get lackadaisical and then forget about that deep ball, and then he hits you deep. He got the speedster McKinnon that he's doing work with. He has a positive record this current season.
Yeah, he's starting off hot.
Yeah, like you said, but I have heard rumblings around the league about the Pittsburgh tankers, as some would say. So, I mean, like you said, the jury's still out, and we'll see what it is. All right, coming in at number 3, we got those Washington Redskins, hell to the Redskins, as he say. H Speed. he dropped a few disclaimers before we even had the list together. So we got him at number 3.
HB Andre. I hope you're listening to this because a couple days ago you seemed like you was shook. How could he talk about who overrated and who choked when he a bum himself? I mean, a bum's best friend is another bum, so I'm guessing you my best friend, right? You are on this list because you don't do nothing in the playoffs each year. Each year you say you on the chopping block with Hot Tub, and the hot Tub chops you up and send you home. Each year you do all this big talking about how you're gonna stop them, and then nothing happens about it. If we're looking at overall rosters, you have probably a top 3 roster with 3 good wide receivers, a nice quarterback, a solid defense, and a great run game, and you still come up short each year in the playoffs. Something not right about that, man. I'm done talking about him.
Yeah, I mean, me coming back into the league, I heard the aura of this special running back led by H Speed by the name of Buckner, who's now in the Dynasty Hall of Fame. And, everyone just let me know that H Speed runs the ball. So I see that, 2017, he made it to the wild card, he lost. Then he went to the Super Bowl with Samaj Kareem. And then, 2019, no postseason. A few other things happened, neither here nor there. And then the last 3 seasons, 2020, 2021, and 2022, is when it started to change for him, and he went, in my opinion, away from his bread and butter, which is the run.
Yeah, he became pass happy.
Yeah, he has Kevin the Terminator, self-proclaimed Turnbull, who's a great quarterback. But also he's Kevin Turnover, because in those 3 playoff games, he's lost to Hot Tub, who was his rival coming into this.
But it's not even a rivalry anymore.
Correct. According to Real Talk, that rivalry is over. So I mean, I hate to say it, and I've been saying it, he needs to get back to what he knows how to do, and that's run the ball. And right now, he's overrated in number 3 because he's not living up to the expectations that put him as a top tier user in the Dynasty.
He really put himself on the overrated list, I feel like, because he does the most talking out of anybody I know in the league. Each year, each time it's the playoffs, he comes to the chopping block, and then he gets knocked off each year. So I feel like he talked himself up onto this list. He could have been 1, but we were being generous, and we didn't want him to throw another bitch fit, so we put him at 3.
I'm going to leave it at this. As Frank Lucas said, the loudest in the room is always the weakest. So, moving on. Number 2 on the overrated list. We got KP and my Philadelphia Eagles.
KP, he's an inconsistent user this cycle. I mean, there was a lot of hype coming in from 17 with him and Hot Tub pretty much dominating it each year. And we all expected to see that same this year. And with him being in Hot Tub's division, we were expecting to see a bloodbath each time they went at it, and some great conference championship games or some divisional round games. But we've been disappointed so far. KP has made it to the playoffs, I want to say, only 3 times in the cycle. And he's only got the conference championship once. I don't know. He got a new quarterback out there with Timmy. So I hopefully he could find it this year. But it's just like Hot Tub just in you guys' nightmares and dreams, because he just keeps stopping y'all each year.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely evident. We got the Oshansky brothers, one in Detroit and one down in Philadelphia. I can definitely say that KP has the Madden 17 success hangover. Granted, I know he's been doing a lot. KP, congratulations on...
oh, yeah, congrats on your marriage. That's what it is.
Yes, marriage is a beautiful thing. But, no excuses here in the Dynasty. He's listed as one of the top tier users coming into this cycle. Other users who were top tier, some have transitioned well, some haven't. And he's one of them. I hope that he's not. Excuse me. I hope that he's not living on the success of 17 and thought he was going to coast into 18. I mean, he likes to, will and deal. That's his thing. But also, great middle linebacker user and great defense and speedy offense. He has, but as he said, and as we see, something just not clicking. So that's why he comes in at number 2 on our overrated list.
Yeah.
Number 1 on our overrated list, you know, I don't have much to say about this particular user, so I'm gonna let you take this one, Houdini. But number 1 on this list is Andy Force in the proclaimed NFC Force again by the Real Talk character. He comes in at number 1 as overrated in the Dynasty. Houdini, what's up with that, man?
First, I just wanted to say congrats on the new child, Andy. Congratulations on that. And then getting to Madden, he is in the worst division I've seen in the Dynasty. He is pretty much whoever can finish off 8-8 goes to the playoffs each year. Looking at Andy over the years, he's only had one season where he's won 10 games. Only one. And then he got bounced off in the playoffs in the first round. I honestly think if he was in any other division, he'll be fighting for the playoffs each year. But in his division, winning 8 games guarantees you a playoff spot. And I feel like he did a lot of talking when we first started the cycle off, saying he was going to be the division champions off the bat. But it's really nothing to brag about, seeing how 8 wins get you into the playoffs over there. So, man, I think he's just not battle-tested when he gets into the playoffs because he's used to an easy cupcake schedule. So when he gets to the playoffs, he gets hit in the mouth each year. And starting off this year, I don't think the best user over there even has 3 wins. So they just keep proving why they're the worst division out here.
Yeah, I definitely can agree with that, man. The NFC West is definitely not living up to, I'm not even going to say expectations, but it's just not, it's not living up to the history of the NFC West with the greatest show on turf in the Dynasty with the 49ers and the Seahawks.
It's a shit show over there.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Andy Force from 17 when he had the Jaguars and he was doing his thing. 18, I never played him. I just know that in that division, you're coasting. Like, he'll get the 6 wins, he'll win the division, get the wild card, and then have a wild card, or if he gets past the wild card, a divisional exit. Like you said, he's just not battle tested during the year, and when the playoffs come, you know, everybody's 0-0. So therefore, all that you did in the regular season means nothing. Ex Peyton Manning.
And we know you don't pick your division mates or division rivals. But it's like, damn, at some point, things got to change, and you got to make an impact in the playoffs at least.
Yeah. All right. So here we go.
Get the popcorn ready.
Moving on over to the list that has been anticipated. We got the top 5 choke artists of the Dynasty. All right. These are individuals that we believe when the light is shining brightest, when it's fourth quarter, 3 minutes left, down 1, they get the ball, they miss. All right, so top 5. Coming in at number 5, we have a former Madden 16 champion, but a tight work nightmare.
I see what you did there.
Vitamins in the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Coming in at number 5 with Vitamin. It's like each year he makes it to the playoffs, he either go to the divisional round or the championship round, and he keeps meeting tight work there, and he keeps losing each time. It was only 2 close games that he came close to being tight work in, and he still lost them. I don't know what tight work's doing to y'all, the Jags vitamins to get them shook each year in the playoffs. But something has to change because each year losing to him, that gotta be embarrassing.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I know Vitamin, brought him over, and he's a very consistent and a former Madden 16 champion with the New Orleans Saints. He doesn't talk much unless you're talking about those Cowboys, but he stays to himself, plays his games, a great Dynasty user. But looking at statistics, tight work has his number. 4 out of the 6 seasons, he's lost, as you mentioned, to tight work in the divisional round or the AFC Championship, which he did back-to-back in 2019 and 2020. And then in 2018 and 2021, he didn't make the postseason at all, posting records of 7-9 and 11-5. Now, in that division, it reminds me kind of the NFC East, where you have 3 good users, and it's just whoever's hot at that particular time. Meaning you got the...
You calling JB a good user?
Say it again?
I said you calling JB a good user?
Yeah, JB, he'll get the job done. Right now that division is either the Texans expert, the former champ or the champ, and King Vitamin. So whoever comes out of there, they're either going to make it or not. So at this current time, King Vitamin can't get over that tight work hurdle.
I don't know what it is over there. I feel like it's a 2-man race in that division, and JB just be the Cinderella story every now and then, and the whole league be hoping he gets into the playoffs, but he just comes short each time.
He has a lot of good pieces and is very good.
Yeah.
And he just has to put it together consistently. Just limit the mistakes and he'll be up there. Coming in at number 4. All right, this user was on the overrated list. Okay, we got Mr. Plumber himself, HB30, and those Washington Redskins coming in number 4. What do you think about this one, D?
We got into a little debate about this. I think it was Thursday, about how he said he didn't choke in the league in the Super Bowl against Tyreek. I'm gonna break this down to y'all real quick in case you don't know football, because it seems like you don't, Andre. If you up 5 in the Super Bowl, 5 or 3, I don't know which one it was, and you're in the red zone, why go for a risky pass? Why go for a risky pass near his defender? Why not? If I'm a drag route king, let me be. I'm gonna make the safe pass. It was a drag route right underneath the linebacker that you could have made for a first down. At the worst, kick a field goal and go about 6, and you win a championship. But no, you wanted to score a touchdown for whatever reason I don't understand, and it got picked off. Talking to Tyreek a couple weeks back, he even told me you had the game won, but you did what? Say it with me. You choked it away. CHOKE. You choked it away. You are a choke artist. This is what you do best every year in the playoffs. And I don't even know what else to say about it.
Well, all right, say it with your chest, Troy. I guess you and is there another rivalry going on between the Browns?
Man, it ain't no rivalry. He just get emotional every now and then.
Listen, I agree with what you said, man. I look back to the Seahawks and Patriots when they got beast mode in the backfield. He has Kareem in the backfield, and he chose to pass instead of run. So the Madden guys gave him the outcome. You got to do what you do to get where you got. Don't try to change it up when you get there. And, that's why he comes in at number 4 on the choke artist list. All right, coming in at number 3, we got the other KP, the real KP in the Chicago Bears. How you feel about this one?
KP being on this list, he's a really consistent user. He goes to the playoffs each year. He does his thing, but it's like when he gets to the postseason, the last few times he's lost by 1 score. 27, 24, 27, 24. And it's all the last 2 times it's been in the wild card. So it's like, damn, what are you really doing out here? You just messing up each year. It's just really disappointing because he has a nice team. He's great at developing talent, as we see each year, from Eric Sanchez to the wide receiver he got this year. He can develop talent and he can play. But it's just like when the playoffs comes around, he's going to win about 1 game, and that's at the least, or he's just going to be one and done.
Yeah, I would have to agree with this again, man. The real KP, I watch his games. A very, very solid user. He posts 10+ wins every season. He's either in the NFC Championship game, which was in 2017, the divisional, and then as you mentioned, he was in the wild card. So he gets to the playoffs and he wins games. But it's just as of right now, he has to get over that hurdle. It's either the last 3 times it's to Matty Ice and New Orleans Saints, and in the wild card he lost to HB and the Redskins. So he needs to get over that divisional hurdle so he can then distinguish himself as a top tier user, as an elite user. So I'm not.
It's not even like. it's not even like one user's just beating him over and over again like some other users on this list. It's different people each time. So he just has to beat those playoff demons, and he'll be able to win a championship, I can see.
Definitely. All right, coming in at number 2, we got the pastor of the league. We got the Cincinnati Bengals and Addy 5. Now, him coming in number 2. What's that all about, Israel?
Man, Addy could tell you better than anybody how he deserves to be on this list. Losing damn near each year. At first it was to tight work, and then his friend Sweets came in and knocked him off last year. Addy could tell you better than anybody. When it comes to the playoffs, I don't know what happens, but he just chokes. Like, he just underperforms. He'll have a dominant regular season, and then when the playoffs comes around, he'll just fumble it and lose. And it's just disappointing to see such a talented user come in each playoffs, coming into the playoffs 6 straight times and lose, and not even get to go to the Super Bowl. Not even a Super Bowl appearance, not even once. To losing the conference championship or the divisional round, it's just disappointing at the most.
Yeah, definitely. I never had the chance to play Addy, but I can say he coached 12 plus wins each season consistently, and you know I can tell you that the injury bug out in Cincinnati is definitely real. Toward the end of the season, and they're out, and then he has to make do what he has, but he has to get over that hump. Like, the last 2 exits have been to the ebook killers in Sweets New York Jets and Miami Dolphins in tight work. You know, as of right now, they got his number, and he needs to, step it up. Hopefully the injuries won't bite him, and he can come out on top. All right, the number 1 choke artist in the Dynasty is Matthew Ice in the New Orleans Saints. Give it to me. Why we got
Matty Ice. Losing 4, say it with 1, 2, 3, 4 times to Hot Tub, and only one of those games being an actual game, which was 24-17. Each other game you lost by 20. I don't know what it is when it comes to Hot Tub with you all, but he just got you all shook. And each year he stops you in your track, because you go to the NFC. You've been to the NFC Championship game 3 years in a row, and each time you lose. It's like you get so close, and then you just collapse out of nowhere. I don't know what it is with him, but this year you gotta change your game up when you play him.
Yeah. Matty Ice, the last 3 times, what he needs to understand, with great success comes great expectations. I know, he doesn't have the track record, not being in the league for much of the beginning of this cycle, and then 17 to what I believe. But when you come in and you go to the divisional, and you've been going to the NFC Championship game the past 3 seasons, meaning that you are one of the 2 best teams in that particular conference, and you lose to the same team 3 times when you have the fastest player in the league, in the game, on your team. And one thing to his credit I can say is that, looking at the scores, he's getting closer to beating him, being last.
You think so?
So, reason why he's number 1 on the list is because he gets to the NFC Championship game each year. The past 3 years, can't get over the hurdle, which is called Hot Tub.
Those 4 straight.
So, everyone, there you have it. That is our top 5 overrated users, top 5 choke artists of the Dynasty. We're open to all,
opinions,
things, whatever you want. We wish everyone nothing but the best. You got to get out there. You got to practice. Yes, we talking about practice. Come on, practice, y'all. All right. So you got I'm your boy, the OG. I am Ines.
And it's your boy Houdini in here.
And we out, man. Power Talk, over and out.
Peace.